Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Depending on where you are in this world. God bless you. This is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today I want to talk to you. I guess we're continuing with the mark of the beast. I guess we could call this part 3. Well, we've noticed a lot of changes in the world. Some people are saying that the Antichrist isn't here. Some people are saying he is here. But I'd like to put it to you like the once lost and now found sheep puts it. They're building a Lego house. The foundation has been laid. Somebody comes along and says, "What are you building?" "Oh, I'm building a house." "No, doesn't look like a house." "Well, I'm building a house." Somebody else comes along later and you've put in the steps. "What are you building?" "I'm building a house." "Doesn't look like a house." "Oh, I'm building a house." And so then you start putting in more of the flooring. Somebody comes along and says, "What are you building?" You say, "I'm building a house." "Doesn't look like a house." "Well, I'm building a house." And it's like that. That's exactly what is happening. They're putting together the Legos to build the house, the New World Order, the one world system of money and power and religion. Doesn't look like it to a lot of people, but those who have eyes to see and ears to hear and a heart to understand and read the Word of God, we know they're building a house. I've got an interesting video that I'm going to stick in the description box for you to listen to. And I think he puts it together rather well. And it's not so much that these things that they want to force on us. So these are my words. It's that they want to force. They want to take away your free will. Where do we get our free will? We get our free will from God. So if they take away our free will to go about our lives as we wish, to shop where we want to shop, to work where we want to work, and to worship who we want to worship, when they start taking away your freedom, which we're seeing, you're not allowed to say this or say that. Well, you can't use that word. You have to use this word now. They're changing your free will. They're changing my free will. My ability to speak openly about what I believe, what I think, to have an open discussion where one person may have one view and another person has another view. And it's always been where you could, bat ideas and information back and forth and maybe gain something from either side. But you were allowed to have a side. But now that's being taken away from us. And it's been incremental, little micro steps. And as this gentleman in this video says, they're rebuilding Babel. Remember the Tower of Babel in the Genesis? Where the world was all one, all spoke the same language. And they got it in their head that they wanted to go up to the heavens and be gods. Well, we have people now that want that same kind of power over us. And I want you to think about this. At what point will you stop being manipulated and pushed along into this funnel where everything is coming down and will be pressed in together? There's this complex that's being built, and it is a church and a synagogue and a mosque, and they're calling it an Abraham Accord. And what they plan on doing, and who is at the helm here of pushing this together, to pushing all the world religions together to make one, and moving God out of the equation, canceling Christ, the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church. Now, we've recently been studying Daniel, and I don't know if you followed along with that study, but there was the beast, the image of the beast that Nebuchadnezzar saw. And Daniel explained through his receipt from God what it was. Nebuchadnezzar was the head of gold. The Medes and the Persians were the chest and the arms. The torso was the Medes and the Persians. And then the Romans came in, the Roman Empire with the legs of iron. Well, it was not totally destroyed as the previous empires. It continues into the feet and the toes, mixed with miry clay, but they won't adhere one to another. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about how everything is being pressed in together into one thing. The iron and the clay will not adhere one to another, and they will try to mingle themselves with the seed of man. I think you'll get a lot more clarity about what I'm trying to indicate to you once you listen to the video that's in the link down below. And as always, I love you.